I get lots of questions about rugs. Rugs are my passion and is a form of art that I really connect to. It is one of the oldest forms of art that there is. They're woven from their heart. The oldest intact piece is 2,500 years old. It was discovered in a permafrost and it is in St. Petersburg in the Hermitage. The rugs are made in different parts of the world. Mainly they do come from tribal societies. The best ones come from high elevations because the sheep has a thinner hair and has lots of lanolin in it. And that creates a luster, creates longevity and a finer fiber that is suitable to weave rugs. So how I started in the rug business is actually a interesting story. I'm a native of Iran and the rugs actually come from Iran mostly and have been since thousands of years. My grandfather was in the trade. He was very enthusiastic about it. He was a rug collector. And then my uncle, which was my mentor in Germany, he was also an importer, exporter, and a merchant. So early on I had feelings. I used to go around and look at these and my grandfather used to make me touch them, look at them, used to explain to me about all these fascinating designs. And as a little kid you get hooked onto things when some elderly tells you about them and explains. He took a lot of time and God bless his soul, taught me things that I would not have known otherwise. So I got hooked onto it, and in fact the very first money I did I went and bought a rug for myself. Well, I moved to the United States. It was 25 years ago, and the one thing I know is rugs. So there was a need in this town, Santa Barbara, beautiful heaven, and I started a rug store. And 25 years later, I'm still in it, and I'm still in love. We call ourselves rugaholics. Now I want to show you and share some of the fascinating facts about the rugs and some designs, and let's see if I can hook you into the rugs. Today I'm going to show you one of my favorite rugs. It's a bijar from West Iran. Comes from a very high elevation, has the finest wool, is the most intense dyes, and has lots of stories to talk about. So first of all, the rugs are made from a weft and a warp that goes in across to each other, and then they built over it with little knots. Every little dot you can see in the back is represent a double knot. So one line at a time, the rug gets built going up. This particular one I like to call the Herati design. Herati design is kind of philosophical thing. It's a little fish and another fish circulating our globe. And as long as every culture I know, preserving the nature and environment is a priority, so that's what it is. They say if you keep your earth, your globe in balance, you stay in balance. Has a lot of little features I like a lot. Has a little fountain in the middle, opens up to a water garden. Has little caterpillars, has little goats and dogs. The corner is a lotus flower opening up. The border has interlocking dragons. Dragons and phoenixes got to each other. They had a fight. The border is little turtles. Turtles, son of longevity and fertility, is swimming. And the rest is actually like a water gardens, again, interlocking flowers. It is a fantastic piece. It's probably like around from 1880s and has everything somebody's looking for. Age, beauty, color, intensity. And these are becoming very rare nowadays. They are just disappearing from the market. Some get damaged over the decades, and I think it is a treasure and I take care of them. Now let me show you some very special pieces that we have collected over the decades, and they're very rare. So now this is our treasure room. This is beside the second floor in the Metropolitan. This is the best place I ever want to be. So let me show a few other things that don't exist anywhere else. So this particular one is one of my all-time favorite carpets. It is an 18th century prototype Kurdish carpet. It is very graphic. It goes back to probably 2000 BC, the designs. Has again the very graphic dragon right there and has flaming of Zarathustra. It is in very good shape and I'm very fortunate have been able to find it. Has very strong colors. This is another one of my favorite rugs. It is a Kuba, comes from western part of Caspian Sea. They call it the East Caucasus Mountains. That is the most beautiful artisans making this. This particular one has very unusual colors. There are reds and navies. This one is ivory and gold. Those are really saturated dyes. You can see the beautiful crab that walks around. You see these beautiful devices inside the rug, and is a treasure. Now let me show you something really, really good. This is a meditation piece. It is all silk. It is as fine as they come. Probably late 19th century. It was woven in a master workshop of Muhtasham, and it comes from central city of Kushan. It is a masterwork. You can see the tree of life in the middle growing all the way to the end, and at the end the tree doesn't die. It blossoms to the second and better world. That's very mythical and very rich in history. Well, thank you for joining us today. I hope the bug bites you too. Come and visit us.